One of the most powerful realities in our Christian faith is the message that we're given by the prophet Isaiah. He tells us to wait on the Lord and be of good courage. He tells, they that wait upon the Lord shall mount up with wings as eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and will not faint. The reason for that is because the Lord will go before them, and His joy will be our strength. And that's why we can then mount up with wings as eagles. Because I've learned that in my short time of living, I've learned that in my little time of life, that it's a hard thing to wait on something when you don't know what that something is. You know that God is in control. You have no doubts about that. You know that God will see you through. You have no doubts about that. But then most of the time your question is, Lord, how do I go through this blind or this dark tunnel, if you will? And the answer is found strictly in the verse itself. He begins to tell us, the prophet does, he says, they that wait upon the Lord. That wait in the Hebrew means to actively pursue God. So we're learning when we're waiting on some manifestation naturally, we have to saturate ourselves spiritually. That looks like diving into the Word of God, diving into our relationship with God. Because many times it's nothing physical, there's nothing mental that can strengthen us when we're going through a situation that we've never seen. We have to prepare ourselves to know that greater is He that's in us than he that's in the world, which would tell us and give us understanding that there's something greater inside of us. There's something stronger that's pushing us than that which we see. That means we can't go by the cultural norms. We can't get caught up in what the world tells us about waiting, because we're so used and so prone as humans to making things happen. But we have to get to a place where we understand that it's not about our level of success or our standards of living, but the God in which we serve. That's why no matter how much we grow in our faith, no matter what position we arrive to, we can never leave the place of a servant. Because when we do, we tend to think that we are actually capable and actually think that we're responsible for our own success. The greatest attribute of success we can ever obtain is having a level of understanding of knowing that God is making a way out of no way, just because it's for His good pleasure. It has nothing to do with where we're moving to. It has nothing to do with what we're desiring. It has nothing to do about how we position ourselves, but it has everything to do with the obedience to God's will. That's why even though we have our own desires, even though we have our own thought process, we have to know that God is more than able and capable to do life-changing works for us and life-changing moves for us. So I encourage you today, my brothers and my sisters, to know that if you just wait on the Lord, pursue Him, hold on just a little bit longer, God will be more than faithful to make a way for you.